Welcome everybody to the first episode of Unsolicited Role Models. The role models you may not want, but you may just need. I'm your boy Big Dave,
It's your boy Ali.
and my special guest today is
Gabriel Gerena.
so Gabriel over here is a professional boxer, 3 wins, 0 losses. Fourth fight coming up soon next month.
Yep.
But it was a journey to get to this point, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So obviously you had to start at the amateurs, but before that, how did you get into boxing?
Before boxing, I actually started doing almost like MMA. So I used to do kickboxing and grappling
Right.
at Tiger Showman's. So I I was like the best dude in the school. Like, it was a tiny little place in South Plainfield, like right next to a little GameStop in the strip mall. I actually got my black belt when I was 9.
Mm.
After my black belt, it was like, okay, like we gotta start stepping it up in competition, see what I really had to work on. My ground game was phenomenal. Like, I could choke people out, hit an arm bar like it was nothing. And my dad was like, yeah, we gotta work on your stand-up game. So we found the boxing gym in Plainfield, and ever since then it was history.
You fell in love
Just-
right there.
Yeah.
And what age was that?
I started boxing at 9. Yeah, 9.
All right, so MMA to boxing. So why not stick with MMA?
I don't remember what it was. But once I just started boxing, it was up from there. I'm not sure if it was the competition difference or the challenge, but I just fell in love with boxing overall.
So you competed in both.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I was ranked in grappling before I was anything in boxing.
Wow.
So at what age did you actually have your first amateur fight
For boxing?
for boxing?
When I was 9.
When you were 9?
Yeah, so I already had the kickboxing background. So once I think like early summer. I fought in like September.
Mm.
So like within like 3-4 months, the transition was just so smooth.
Was it hard at first? Because like you got that kickboxing, so you want to kind of throw a leg kick every once in a while. Especially
Yeah.
if somebody hits you a certain way, you're like, all right, I'm gonna hit him harder.
Yeah.
So like, did you have to think twice of like, all right, I can't do that? Like, were you about to do it and be like, hold on, I can't do that?
When we would be like mid-range to long range, I don't think I ever felt it. But my dad always says that when I would be clinching, I would grab them and almost like turn them
Oh, wow.
to like knee them.
That's that Muay Thai, right?
Yeah, so like I would just grab like their shoulders in here and I would swing them to the side.
That's not bad. I mean, hey, it happens. It happens at
Yeah.
the end of the day.
That's that muscle memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's instinct.
So from there, you went straight into boxing. How many amateur fights?
Over 100.
Over 100.
Yeah.
Now, did you have a ranking just in Jersey for Jersey, or did you have like a world ranking, a U.S. ranking?
In the United States, I was ranked second in the nation at 132 pounds. I like the high.
Dang. So who was ahead of you? Anybody like still in the game, or maybe they stepped away?
I'm not sure if he still fights. His name was Felix. I remember his name was Felix. I remember it was like back to back. I fought him in the USA National Finals. He beat me, and then I fought him the year after in the National Golden Gloves, and I got him back.
That's your
After
rival
that,
then.
yeah.
Yeah.
After that, though, I haven't seen him.
Oh,
Cause
wow.
then I think he moved up in weight. Then COVID happened, so
So
yeah,
you said you fought him in Golden Gloves. Did you win Golden Gloves that year?
not that year, no.
No. Have you won Golden Gloves?
In the state, but
Yeah.
I never made it to the nationals.
National.
I fought in the national Golden Gloves for adults, but I think I made it to like the second, third. It was like the quarterfinals or semifinals.
I mean, that's either way, it's good experience because you're finding fighters from all over, so you get fighters from all over the U.S.
Yeah,
So that's got to be an experience.
yeah, everyone different styles.
How about internationally?
Internationally, I
Yeah.
fought in Puerto Rico actually.
And when was the first time you actually went over there?
It was, I think, either before or after the USA Nationals when I made it to the finals. I know, I don't know if you ever heard of him, Vito Milaninki.
No.
He's coming up right now. Him and his dad put together a team and we went to Puerto Rico and we blew through everyone.
How were the
Like,
fighters there though versus like let's say the fighters in the States versus the fighters in Puerto Rico? What was the difference as you would say?
I think we were fighting some grown men. So like in the amateurs here in like Jersey and anything in the United States, you weigh in the morning of.
Mm.
So let's say you weigh in, you're fighting Saturday, you weigh in Saturday morning, you're fighting Saturday night.
Right.
In Puerto Rico, we weighed in like a Thursday or a Friday, and we fought Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, so that's similar
So
to MMA.
it was completely different. I don't even remember. You have like little pass books. In the amateurs, they have like every fight, where it's at, win or lose. I don't even think that we used the books. So we were like, I know I was in like 8th grade, freshman year of high school. The dude that I fought looked like he was 17 already. Like,
Jesus.
yeah.
So
That was a grown man,
the
basically.
physicality is completely
Plus, they
different.
get that time to bulk up from Thursday till a Saturday fight.
Oh yeah, we were going crazy. I remember all those were having like McDonald's.
Was that you think
We
that
got
was an
big,
advantage
too.
to you guys that you were able to like just eat just cause and to kind of like reinforce yourself in a sense,
Yeah,
right?
because we're not used to that. Like I said, it's like way in the morning and then fight same day. So in the amateurs, you don't really put weight on like that. You're really just drinking water, rehydrating,
Do you prefer that?
chilling.
Which one do you prefer? The way you do it over here in the States or?
Definitely in the amateurs,
Right.
yeah, I would probably say United States. It's a
Okay.
little easier.
So, I got a question. Who are the harder fighters over in Puerto Rico or in the States?
I think the ones here in the United States, because we only fought 2 days. It was like a little small tournament,
Just
but
because they're more disciplined as well, I feel like.
maybe. But I know here, so like in the nationals, like we fight like 4 or 5 times, like days in a row.
Right.
You fight like one day you could fight a brawler, next day you're fighting someone that's boxing. So I think the constant like switching, like you never know what's gonna happen. But over in Puerto Rico, like we watched, I fought like in the middle or toward the end. I saw some of the earlier guys, and they all fought the same, like just straight boxers. They were all running in circles, and they couldn't handle the pressure.
Oh, so you guys kind of like tore them down then? Y'all kinda,
Yeah, it
y'all
was
washed them.
straight walk down.
Okay, good.
That's not too bad.
Good.
So, how would you say your fighting style is?
I say I could adapt a lot. Like 10 years in, I've seen probably like almost every style that there is. If someone wants to stand there and bang, I could do that. But I could also move around them. You know, they're moving around. I could break them down, make them stand in front of me. It all just depends on who I'm going against.
Right. Especially the body shots.
Yeah.
The fight we went to in AC gave that guy a hard time, bro. I
Yeah.
think what was it, the second round?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the
dude
second
was
round.
done.
He was done. You could tell he was done.
And that was some hard body shots. Like you could hear him in the background. Even when I went to go see you in Virginia, like the guys behind me watching the fight, they were like, "Yo, you hear those body shots? You hear those body shots?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm looking at him like, "Yeah, I hear those body shots." That guy was pretty tough. I mean,
Yeah, both of them were.
so 3-0 in professional, amateur had to be some losses.
Yeah.
How did those losses affect you? Did they make you, reevaluate your boxing style? Did they just make you want to go a little harder, train harder?
Everything in the amateurs we took as like a learning experience. Like whether it was a 1 day show, whether it was a national, regional tournament, there wasn't like an end. Like in the pros, a lot of people, especially once they're established, if they lose, then they're reconsidering their whole career. But in the amateurs, it's just like you're fighting 1 day. All right, let's book another fight for another month. Like there's always something lined up, something to learn and work on.
So you guys took it as like a training, more or less.
Yeah.
Amateur fighting is more like training versus pro is like you can't lose that fight. That fight has to be a tie or a win. It can't be a L.
Not even no draws. It's just you're just going for the win.
Right.
Less, yeah.
And amateurs, it's the experience. You're just getting experience.
You're just getting ready. You're trying to learn all these different styles, how you can adapt to them, so that when you're in the pros, whatever the dude in front of you does, you could adjust to that.
How did your first knockdown feel?
I wanted him to get up. I remember I didn't even think I hit him hard, but I guess
Paint the picture. Paint the picture. What
Yeah,
rounds?
my first fight finished in like a minute and like 11
Oh, some
seconds.
Tyson shit then.
Yeah, like, it was quick. Like
He's
he
like, I'm taking
came
you
out,
out.
started swinging all crazy. It caught me off guard because I'm over here like, all right, I'm a jab, like move around. My first fight, I gotta establish myself.
Yeah.
But he just came out swinging. So I'm like, all right, like we're just getting right into this. I just blocked my head, started hitting with some shots, ducked down, came up with the hook, and he was down.
Wow.
That went to the corner, and then he just quit.
Oh, he
Like,
got away.
yeah.
He
Oh,
he
said
just
no
quit.
mas.
Yeah.
After that first knockdown, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I think
He
it was.
said no
Yeah, I think it
mas.
was only one.
But that just goes to show that's a lack of respect, in my opinion, because he probably thought that he could get the better of you so quick that
Yeah.
I'm no techniques out the window. I'm just-
Also, could have been. You don't know. A lot of these guys, they don't even go the amateur route. They try to just jump straight into pro.
I think he was MMA actually.
Oh.
Like he was like one of those like MMA guys, like whatever kickboxing he did,
Mhm.
and then I guess he just tried to sign into boxing.
No, you can't just jump
Yeah,
into
no.
some
Nah.
new sport like that, especially because boxing is such a day-to-day type of sport, like soccer, basketball. If you're not training those muscles over and over, you lose it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't jump
Yeah,
into
yeah.
a sport where you need to be on point. Because one mistake is your night-night, like him.
Literally.
Yeah. So for you, when you got knocked down the first time, like, how was it? Like, did you was it just out of nowhere? Did you not see it coming? Did you catch you off guard, hit you like maybe in the back of the head? Is different scenarios.
Yeah, it caught me off guard. I didn't even know. Like I've never been hurt before. Like I've never been like down or do a body shot. None of that.
How many fights do you think it took for you to get knocked down?
That was toward the end, so I probably already had like over 100 fights.
wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They caught you off guard even after
Yeah.
100 fights. Wow, that says a lot.
So in amateur boxing, you know how there's 8 counts?
Mhm.
So when someone gets dropped, they count to 8. They give those out really often to amateurs.
Okay.
So like, you get hit clean, like even if you don't get hit hard, but on the way back, if your head snaps back, that's an 8 count. Like they're stopping it, they're counting. So
That's
most of
pretty quick.
them, they say that they don't hurt you. It's kind of like the ref just checking on you.
Mm.
But you know, judges, like if they're not paying attention, they might see it differently. But I don't remember. I think I just came up. He hit me like somewhere on the right side, and I blinked and I'm down.
That's
So
crazy.
I'm like, oh shit. Like I
Jeez.
really just got dropped.
Yeah, he's
Like I
blacked
looked
out.
up, I look at my dad, I'm like, wow. And then I just got up. My legs were fine. Like I didn't feel anything off. And I just straight buckled down, like came back, next 2 rounds, won the fight.
Oh,
And
nice.
still-
That was
Yeah.
going to be my next question.
Yeah.
Did you win the fight?
Did
Even
that give
after
you-
knockdown.
Did that give you a
Yeah.
little boost of confidence though? Like, oh dang, I just took a hit. You know, I just got back up easy though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was still had to be careful.
Right,
Because first time getting knocked down, the only time I had no idea, like,
So what was going through your mind though? Like, all right, cool. I got knocked down.
Yeah.
I gotta settle down, and then what? Like, was it just like a now I'm gonna focus? Now it's gonna be straight boxing.
I was just like, I can't get stopped. Like, no matter what, like, I'm making it to the end of this fight. Like, he has to
I'm going after
fight,
the body.
yeah. He got to
Ah.
work to get me out of
Yeah.
there.
Oh, so you put a little more pressure on him. Now we gonna fight.
Yeah, I broke him down. That's just
That's a good
held
way
my
of going
hands
about
up
it. You knocked me
high,
down?
walked down, and busted him. Like, end of the fight, he had nothing left.
That's good.
Yeah.
Speaking of fights, a gift from you.
Yep.
First knockout professional win fight.
Oh,
The gloves.
I was about to ask you guys. What
That was his
I
first
said to Dave,
professional
I'm like,
fight.
Dave.
Oh, that's big right there. Yeah, that's a
Damn,
big
bro.
moment.
Yeah.
First pro fight, and not only do you win, you knock him out. That's crazy.
I said, maybe the next gloves will sponsor so that we could get some nice looking gloves again.
Yeah, we're gonna black out the Everlast though.
Oh, maybe we'll get maybe we'll pay for some custom shorts for him, and then we'll put unsolicited role
Put
models
like,
as a
put like a
sponsor
logo
on
on
it.
the knee
Yeah, I'm
somewhere.
going to get a whole bunch of patches. Get you guys a patch.
Yeah, we'll put a patch on there because everybody switches up. Do you switch your shorts up a lot?
I have been, yeah.
That's a wild question.
Well,
I don't know.
yeah.
Gloves, you switch up your gloves every fight.
hmm
So you see people you see professional fighters, like Mayweather used to come out. Sometimes Mexican shorts, sometimes different, like
Oh, that's like a
different
thing in
shorts.
boxing? I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
We almost like always have a different outfit.
So you lay your outfit out before you go to fight, like
Yeah,
your
not
first day of
like,
high school?
it's like a whole process.
Really?
So the first ones we went like it's all custom made. So we had to go to a guy, he takes measurements, how I want them designed, different colors, different logos, patches. And then after you fight, they're kind of just there. Like
Oh, wow.
then your
What
next
are you
fight, you gotta get
dropping?
another
What are you
one.
dropping on the boxing outfit? I'm
For the
counting your
first
pockets,
fight, it was probably like $400 or $500
yeah. God, for shorts.
for shorts and the top. And then after that,
Oh, the top too. Okay, now I see why.
we just went with like some pre-made shorts.
Mhm.
I think they were like bent boxing. I think they were like 100, maybe something like 150.
But remember, this is all like tailor made. It's custom. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Shit, I would have went the Tyson route. Just wear some black shorts and some black kicks.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it.
I would have wore some Air Force Ones in black.
This is for the.
Some Uptowns or something.
You also gotta remember, it's
It's your first fight.
yeah,
too.
it's a
Your
first pro
fight.
fight.
The first pro. Okay.
You kind of want to
Yeah,
feel
I'm
like
just cheap.
you went all out, because I mean, the amateurs, you probably didn't do that throughout the amateurs, and then with pro fight,
Yeah, I had a few, but never like that
full.
To that
custom.
extent.
Yeah,
So like, did you have like the robe top and the shorts, or was it like a custom shirt?
no, it was like a zip, like a
The
jacket.
jacket?
Yeah,
Ah, yeah, the whole outfit.
Yeah.
And you put it on the night before? Don't lie.
Oh, the moment
I
I
wear it,
got
I
it,
wear it.
You slept with it, right?
I would have slept in that bitch.
Yeah. Did you sleep in there? You woke up?
sleeping in that's
What was it? The Little Giants movie,
Mhm.
when he pulls up the bed sheets and his shoes is on
His
already.
cleats is on
His
already,
cleats.
yo. That's a classic.
Speaking of that, boxing shoes. Do you have to buy your boxing shoes every once in a while, as well?
Bro, I got boxing shoes like Jordans. Like I probably got like almost 20 pairs of shoes.
What?
Yeah,
Are
Do you
they
reuse
custom?
some of them are custom. Like the ones for the first fight, they had like a GG on them. They
What a
matched
one.
the whole outfit.
That's fire.
Other ones will have like Gabriel going down the side. Some of them are high top. Some of them got like a little flap on them.
Do you reuse them every once in a while?
Yeah. Shoes is a little different, but for the most part, I'm always getting new shoes.
Yeah.
Do you have any sponsors?
As
at the
of right
moment?
now, no. Not like nothing official.
It's a possibility.
That's us. That's us. This might be a possibility.
For sure.
Get the patch on for the next
Yeah.
fight.
Definitely.
That'll be dope.
We'll just, we'll work out some business stuff.
The back
For
end,
sure.
the back end. So I had a question. Who comes up with the boxer's nickname? You know, how everyone has like their first and last name, and the nickname is there. Who picks that?
I
And
think
do you have one? I'm ignorant. I didn't do
Okay.
enough research.
I think I know like a lot of like my friends, like they kind of just grew up with one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got one friend, like they've always called him Horse. Like ever since he was
That's
little, he was
okay.
big.
You know that means he knock niggas out. Your name is
He-
Horse.
oh,
You knock
yeah.
motherfuckers
He
out.
cracked.
You can't be Horse and not knock
Maybe
people
them
out.
slow motion punches.
You
Yeah.
know?
What's his weight? Is he like a heavyweight or?
He fights at
He gotta
I
be
know in the
above
amateurs he
150.
was like 165.
Ooh.
Oh, he's a beast. That's
Yeah.
a
But in the
monster.
pros, I think he's like 147, 154.
Wow, he dropped a lot.
Yeah,
And
he
still
probably
with
got
that
all
power.
That power though.
Yeah.
Your name is Horse. You gotta know.
Yeah. That's my guy.
Now, are you working on a nickname, or does your gym have to give you your nickname?
No, so you can do it like yourself. Going from Plainfield, I was like I don't remember if I was like one of the only Hispanic kids, but everyone just called me Poppy.
Mm.
Oh, that's
So
dope.
like I'm always on by Pop. But
So you can put Poppy on his shorts?
yeah, I might put on like my mouthpiece or something like
Oh,
custom
that's fire, though.
Nah, bro. You gotta get it on the shorts.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Gabriel Poppy right there,
you
bro.
gotta trademark that ASAP.
Oh, I know.
Is there any fighters named Poppy? There has to be
I'm
fighters,
sure.
but I'm talking about pro
Yeah.
fighters.
There's like a
think
baseball
so.
player, David Poppy Ortiz. It's
No,
Big
but-
Poppy. No, his is Big
It's
Poppy.
Poppy.
Yeah, but fighters.
But like pro fighters,
Nah.
I don't remember like a Poppy. I mean, there might be, but not like to that highest level.
Right.
Mhm.
Cause like, you got what Tyson? What's Tyson Fury's? The Gypsy King.
The Gypsy
Yeah,
King.
Gypsy
Yeah, it is a
King.
Gypsy King.
Like, I feel like you need that nickname.
Yeah.
Because when we watch the fights, they don't give you a
I
nickname.
know, yeah, it's just
Nah,
straight.
nah.
And just your government, that's it?
Next fight, you gotta be like, yo.
No, you say, call me Poppy.
Call me.
Yeah.
Call me
That-
Poppy Gabe.
Papi. Yeah.
Like, is that? Hold on. Is that the nickname you want to go by, or are you still kind of searching for that nickname that fits you well?
So it's always been that. That's what everyone calls me at my gym. Like my coaches always just call me Poppy, Pop. But on PlayStation, my gamer tag's always been like Destroyer. So I've always thought of just going with like
The
Destroyer.
Poppy Destroyer.
That's not
Yeah.
bad though.
Gabriel the Destroyer.
I think a
Right.
few people got that. That's the only.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
have heard that.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, you get past them, they be like, nah, there's only
Yeah.
one.
Exactly,
Destroyer around
101,
here.
baby.
Only one matters.
You get the destroyer right there on the shorts, Papi
Yeah.
on the mouthpiece.
That would look real nice.
Yeah,
Actually,
you have both.
for sure.
Gabriel Papi the Destroyer.
So I had a question. As a fighter, what do you feel about UFC and their growth versus boxing? Where you see, do you think UFC is doing their thing?
Yeah.
Do you feel like they're gonna surpass boxing? You think eventually, or you think they're gonna see even balance just because of the whole Jake Paul and all the celebrity boxing? How do you feel about those two? Is it helping the sport or is it taking away from the sport?
For Jake Paul and that realm, I definitely think that they're helping the sport. As for like the UFC and growing, what does them a lot of good is how their champions are always like fighting each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they fight and one of them loses, they instantly got like a rematch.
They
Right.
give you the fight that you've been looking
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't watch UFC at all really, but I know like what's that Israel Adesanya.
Yeah,
When you
Adesanya.
see
And
him,
him
it's a
and,
wrap.
like,
You're gonna
yeah.
watch it.
John's a
Like
big
it's
MMA
always
guy. Oh,
him, Pereira.
Pereira.
Yeah, they-
Yep.
They
fought
fought
twice,
once,
right?
right back to
Yep.
it. Yeah.
They fought twice.
And they
That
But-
knockout was amazing.
And
I'm
that's
a big Adesanya fan too.
Yeah, and that's the thing with UFC. Like they're not scared to match up the top
Yeah.
guys over and over
Mhm.
again. You lost. It's like with boxing. I feel like if you lose, they hold that against you. It's just one loss. You get me?
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah,
if
yeah.
especially if you're undefeated, if you have that O in your
That's
record.
what a lot of fighters are scared of, losing that.
Yeah.
Do you think that's like because of the Mayweather thing? Because back in the
Yeah.
day,
Oh,
Oscar De
1000%.
La Hoya, they all lost.
I
Yeah,
feel like-
all
He
the
had a
great
couple
champions
losses.
had like 5, 10, 15 losses.
But you look at some of the greats like Chavez,
Yeah, but he fought a lot.
but still, I mean, he had all
Yeah.
those wins and losses in between, but people
Yeah.
still see him as a great, like one of the
He
greats.
is because he fought people he wanted to fight.
Mhm.
Exactly.
He wasn't on none of the nothing against Mayweather, but
He wasn't
you're
dunking
talking about
anybody.
what was it like 160 fights? I think he had, give or take.
I think more than that.
Probably more. But I'm just saying, like, you want to see the people fight who you want to fight. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's a good thing. To go back to that question, what do you think about the celebrity boxing? Because we're kind of getting the fight that we kind of want. Like, if you're talking crap about me and you're an
Yeah.
amateur boxer, let's get to it. Let's get this back.
hmm
Well, you got Tyson Fury about to fight what's his name?
Oh, Francis Ngannou
Francis
Yeah.
Ngannou.
from MMA. Yeah.
hmm
So and they're gonna be boxing, so it kind of gets back into the boxing match. So like everybody gave Jake Paul a hard time. Oh, you're not really boxing boxers, this and that. Even Dana White at one point was saying, oh, but now you're watching it and he's saying, oh, Tyson Fury, Ngannou,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll take it if the payday is worth it. So kind of what Jake Paul did is opening up boxing to everybody.
It truly is, because I wasn't watching boxing like that until I started seeing that.
Right.
Would you fight a celebrity?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The money's
Who's a
there.
celebrity you would fight? I want to know this.
I'm like, yeah.
What's a celebrity like? You'd be like, I just want to see if I can beat him.
I don't even know.
Boxing, actor.
I don't know how big celebrities be, cause you see them online,
That's
like
true.
in movies and stuff.
Right.
Like Jake Paul is massive. He fights at like
6'2".
Yeah.
He's like 6'2",
Yeah.
some shit like that. He's a big kid. He's a
And
heavyweight.
he walks around at
Yeah.
190.
Yeah, he's a heavyweight.
So it's
That's a big
like,
boy.
yeah, that's crazy. Like I don't want to say someone, then next thing you know, it's like
He's like
fighting
6'5".
a giant.
Oh shit.
It's like
Okay,
Tyson
alright.
Fury. And Tyson Fury come in, you like,
Yeah.
yeah, you got some big hands. Never mind.
hit him as hard as I can, and he'll just look at me like,
Nah,
"Alright."
start out small with like a YouTuber or something.
Yeah, like one of them smaller. Like, but I just don't know how big they are.
Fight. KSI still too big.
No, that's a
Right?
big boy.
KSI is
KSI is
about-
a
he's
big
about
boy
the
too.
same.
He's 6 foot something. That's a big boy.
Yeah, cause he fought
He fought one of the Pauls, right?
Yeah, He brought Logan Paul.
Yeah, he fought Logan Paul. He won though, right? KSI won, right?
KSI won.
Yeah.
Do you think they take the sport as serious as you would? You would say?
A lot of them on that big stage, I think so,
You have
cause
to, right?
yeah.
You don't want to embarrass
with
yourself
how
or the
many
brand.
fans and attention they have,
Yeah.
they gotta work with the time frame. So
Mhm.
obviously, like you can't learn boxing in like a few months.
No.
So
Like something like that takes a lot of time. Like
Dedication.
some are naturally gifted,
Yeah.
and they'll start like picking up on it, especially if they were athletic when they were younger.
Like
Mhm.
Jake.
Yeah, but
Jake and
others
Logan,
that
they
are
both
just
were
jumping
both
into it,
athletes.
yeah. And they're doing great. Or at least Jake Paul.
He's doing his
I
thing.
don't know if Logan
Dude.
Paul's fighting. He's doing
A lot
WWE,
of-
no?
That's
Yeah,
more
he's
money.
doing
Yeah.
There's more money in that,
WWE.
too.
Hmm.
A lot of guys, they kind of don't respect Jake Paul as a boxer. Being a guy that's in the boxing field, professional boxer, how do you feel about Jake Paul?
Nah, he's a boxer.
So you
Like him, you could tell like he's dedicated ever since like his first fights. Like he's put in the
the
time.
way he did Nate Robinson, I was like, damn.
Yeah, like he's
We all had
starting
our
to
money
pick
on Nate
up.
Robinson because he was an athlete, but not realizing that Jake Paul was legit training to be a boxer for years.
Hmm.
I think what took Jake Paul to the next level was him fighting Tyson Fury's little brother,
Tommy.
Tommy
Yeah.
Fury.
Yeah.
Because even though Tommy like outboxed him,
He gained respect.
he was still he was hitting Tommy with shots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they
He
were
fought
both
him.
like on
He
the
fought him.
same pro field. Like they don't have that many pro
No.
fights.
Not at all.
Yeah, Tommy probably had like
Like
6 or
six,
7.
yeah.
So you think it's helping the sport? So
Yeah.
you think the celebrity boxing is another avenue for boxing to kind of keep up with UFC?
Hmm.
Okay.
Have you met any celebrities or boxers, like big name boxers?
Talking about Jake Paul, you know Shadesha Green, the one that he signed.
Yes.
I'd be
It sounds
sparring her.
familiar.
Oh, you spar?
Yeah, I'm one of her sparring
Wow,
partners.
that's
Oh, dope.
dope,
That's what's
man.
Yeah,
How you like that?
she hits hard.
Yo, that's
Like
crazy.
she's like,
I mean, I don't want to call her a big girl because they're kind of a little disrespectful, but you can tell that she got some power.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
she's like probably 5'10". I know she's tall, and she fights at 168. So
That's a big.
yeah,
No offense. I'm sorry. And if
Oh,
I
no,
ever see you,
but
I
she's a
apologize
monster.
now.
Yeah.
You fight at what?
30, 35. So yeah, I'd be
That's a lot.
That weight
That's a
difference
big
is
weight
crazy.
difference.
Yeah.
For it to be a woman too, it's like, oof.
30
Yeah.
pounds more than you, and she hits hard.
yeah.
Does she hit harder than a lot of guys you spar with?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, they're gonna listen to
She
this.
is one of the yeah.
Be careful.
That's fine.
Oh,
That's
you know,
fine.
I like the
Yeah.
energy.
Does she ever give you feedback on how you fight? Like, does she give you say, oh, you're gonna make it big, or
Yeah.
you need to work on this?
Yeah, we're always, cause I go out there a lot. She's in like East Hanover, their gym, so it's like about an hour from me.
Mhm.
But now, like after we spar, like no matter what, like we're always talking. Like she's working on things, I'm working on things, and we just go from there. Like some rounds she's focusing on moving around, other rounds we're standing toe to toe. It all just depends on
On what you're
the
working
fight is coming. Yeah,
That can
Okay.
like
kind
it's
of
just
lead
all.
you down the road of maybe possibly opening up for a Jake Paul fight.
Yeah, maybe.
Cause she'd be like, hey, I got somebody that I spar with that could
Yeah.
probably
Never
be
know.
a good matchup with somebody.
Yeah, that would
Sometimes
be
it's
exciting.
not what you know, it's who you know. You know?
Exactly. I mean, that's how the industry is. It's all about networking. Some people say that they don't like to use the people around them, but at the end of the day, you're a business. You have to work as a business. You have to sell yourself. So, hey, if, mentions, she could be like, oh, yeah, we're having a card coming up. And you could somehow be like, oh, yeah, how do you think I'm able to get on there? And she might be able to tell you how to get on there.
Yeah,
But
she's gonna be undisputed soon. She has I think she fights next week actually.
Oh, nice.
Like on when Jake Paul's fighting Diaz,
yes.
and then after that she's next in line for undisputed, like all the belts.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, she's top dog.
Alright, so you could leave David that number and then do
Wait, you said you needed some people in the back, right? Hyping you up? We'll be out there. Bring your own media. Don't worry about it. We got you.
Yeah, shoot.
Speaking of media, we saw you at you got a fight coming up, August 19th. Me and Ali happened to come out to media day for you. Great show. We're gonna put a clip of you
It's sparring.
Sparring in the ring, I would
Yeah,
say.
getting some rounds in, with your trainer and whatnot.
Trainer,
Oh,
getting
yeah,
gloves.
pad work, yeah.
Pad work, there
work,
you go.
there we
Pad
go.
work. We're not boxing lingo for that, but we're gonna put up some videos, some clips of you doing pad work. But when you go to these media days just like that, is it just like a normal day to you?
Yeah. So I try not to like look at the cameras. Like obviously when I'm shadow boxing, like I look at one side, okay. But at the end, it's just looking good, like showcasing what I do, like shadow boxing, doing pad work. Like I'm just locked in that moment. Like whatever my coach tells me to do, I'm throwing it, making sure I'm throwing it right, not bullshitting nothing, and just putting on a show.
So this fight coming up, of course you're excited for another fight. 4 rounds still, right?
Yeah, probably the last one.
Last 4 rounds.
I think
then
so.
we go up to what, 6?
Yeah.
All right. 3-0. The promotional came out, said you were 4-0.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You don't see it as a jinx?
Nah.
Ah.
All right, so it's not a jinx. So what's your prediction? Second round, third round?
We'll see. I don't know who the guy is.
So you haven't watched any film on the person, haven't done any research on him?
Oh,
You know, a lot of players
like
do that. A lot of fighters
Sometimes,
do that.
yeah.
Oh no, you can't do that to me. I need to know. I need to know.
Nah, it don't matter.
Oh, you built different.
Yeah.
I can't. I got to see who I'm fighting.
Well, I mean, some fighters might take that as like, if I watch him, it might deter me from my fighting style, because
You try to build the game plan
yeah,
around
and then
that.
at the end of the day, you want that fighter fighting your style.
Right.
Like, you want them to make the movements. You want to control the ring.
Oh, okay, that makes
So
sense.
sometimes watching another fighter, you can see how they're fighting, and then you be like, okay, I'm gonna do this instead. I'm gonna counter. But
made
at
it
the end of
just
the
too
day,
much, right?
yeah.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you still want that fighter to fight your style.
Exactly.
So sometimes that footage might not be good for you.
So it's like
Yeah.
going to UFC, still a little relevant. Like Izzy, you mentioned earlier, he always makes people fight his style, no
Yeah.
matter what. So with UFC, normally fighters are watching game plans. They know who they're fighting, blah blah, and they try to make up a whole game plan, and they end up fighting completely different than what they're used to,
Yeah.
and they just fall short. They either get knocked out or it's just stale, and then they end up losing a decision.
Yeah, it all depends too, cause I know for boxing and in UFC, we've all been fighting for so long, and in the amateurs, especially like 1-day shows, you don't know who you're fighting.
Right.
Like
So you're used
you'll
to this.
if we just pull up, you weigh in, same weight, age is fine, then you're fighting. Like you don't know who it is until you get in the ring.
So nobody says anything like, "Oh, just be careful. I heard he's a counter puncher. He goes for the body."
Sometimes if like you know people that know the dude, but at the same time you can't pay attention to none of that. Everyone fights different. They might try to do something different. You gotta do something different.
Right.
I got a question leading into that. So obviously you have a cornerman telling you what to do. Do you hear people in the crowd saying, "Oh, uppercut," and just go and try and do that?
That's a good one.
Or is it like you just zone everybody out and just fight your fight?
So like I'll hear people around the ring, but I guess in my mind I just differentiate like what they're saying to like what my coach, like what my dad will be saying, and like
Right.
I log into that. Like sometimes I won't hear anything
So
in the
your
crowd.
dad's part of your corner, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm one of those guys that be yelling.
Bro, we were yelling at the AC fight.
Yeah.
Get the body, bro.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys that like I kind of watch a fight and I'll kind of pick a fighter and see how they're fighting.
Yeah.
And then after a while look at the other fighter and I'm trying to like see where they're opening up at, what you can do, because AC fight when we went down, that was the second pro fight. I'm over there and I'm like, I'm watching the fights before you and I'm talking and I'm like, oh, this guy got to do an uppercut. This guy, and the guys behind me, they're like, oh, are you a boxing coach or trainer?
Yeah. Corner
And I'm like, no, why? And they were like, you sound like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm just evaluating the situation. And like I could tell this guy either he's leaning or like he dips his head, and I could see it from far.
Right.
So I'm a yeller. So I'll yell and be like, yo, give him an uppercut, uppercut. some fighters might take it in consideration, but I feel like most fighters just blank it out. They
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
tunnel vision. That tunnel
yeah.
vision. I used to be a
mental.
yeller too. My son used to play. Well, he still plays soccer and volleyball, whatever. And I used to be that parent that would yell at him, "Pull
Oh
the
yeah.
trigger!" And then he just walked up to me and he said, "Yo, you need to relax."
hmm
I was okay. I won't yell no more.
I
Because he
actually
felt
play
like he
volleyball.
always felt too much pressure when I would yell at him.
Yeah.
He felt like it was too much pressure because I would train with him. And then now, ever since then, he just got better because I just stopped yelling at him. But I guess it just depends on the person.
Yeah.
Then again, it's a team sport versus boxing. It's two totally
Yeah.
different sports.
Yeah, I know. I could not do team sport. I played football and volleyball too. Yeah. After a while, like losing those big games because people weren't doing what they were supposed to, I was like, nah.
Right, it wasn't,
Yeah,
it wasn't in your hands.
I gotta
yeah.
take that. Just gotta
I'll
start.
take it in my own
Yeah.
hands.
Imagine the defense just
Yeah.
taking
It's
that whole
trash.
game for you. Nah, just taking the whole game for you, and the quarterback throws the interception to end the game.
Yeah, pick six, yeah.
Like, I'd be sitting there like, oh, come on, man. I worked my ass off out here, and you just threw a pick. Like, we were up by 3.
That's like, if you think about it, not to sway away from fighting, but like you just look at the Ravens. They won that Super Bowl 2001. It was all defense. Trent Dilfer did nothing.
Yeah.
He just said, "Don't lose the game. The defense gonna win. Just don't lose the game."
It's like, here, just run the ball, dude.
But yeah, but fighting and team sports are two polar opposite sports.
Yeah.
Can't even compare the two.
And you feel like you like that, the control, right? Just
Yeah.
just being in control all the time.
Like not relying on someone else. Like if I win, like obviously I got a team, like my coach, like I'm gonna prepare. But
Right.
if I win, like I'm in there because I did what I was supposed to. If I lose, then that's on me.
Yeah.
Like either I didn't listen or like something went wrong.
So, going back to the Atlanta City fight, there was one point where you did a little shuffle in the ring.
Oh yeah, that was Virginia.
Oh, that was Virginia. That was
Was it
Virginia.
Virginia?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was the
Virginia.
Virginia fight. So, Virginia, I'm watching you, and all of a sudden, you do a little shuffle like, yeah, this guy's going down.
Yeah, he
That guy.
buckled.
I saw that guy, and he was taking shots.
Yeah.
He was taking mean body shots, did not want to go down. At that moment, did you feel like he was just going to hit the canvas? Or
When
take a knee?
when he buckled, yeah,
What do you mean by buckle? Like his knee
like
just stopped?
yeah,
moving?
like
It
his
gives
knees
out.
kind of
It-
like
yeah, it gives
Really?
out on you. Yeah.
You get that
Like
little,
sp-
you get that
spaghetti
stanky
leg.
leg.
The legs like, yo, Flair, it's time to go.
Yeah, he recovered pretty fast, and I feel like those type of fighters are the hardest kind of fighters, because like you, one minute you're going down, and the next minute it's like a fresh breath of air to them, and they're just coming right back at you.
yeah.
But in a way, do you like the time, the ring time? Because I think that was your only fight that you lasted.
Oh
all 4
yeah,
rounds,
I
right?
definitely like
Yeah.
that part of it. Like my first 4 rounder, like it's not much different than like 3 round amateurs, but at the same time like it is.
And not for nothing, you're doing all this training. You want to fight as
Yeah,
long as
like
you can,
finally
you know?
showcase.
Yeah.
Like my first 2 fights, like I wanted that dude to come out the first round. I wanted him to get off the stool,
Yeah.
just to, like keep doing things, get more comfortable.
Mhm.
Like this fight was like the most comfortable I felt. I could like move my head more, like sit on shots.
So
Got a
this
rhythm.
is
Yeah.
your first fight that went the distance. Do you feel like you get more comfortable as you go the distance? Because some fighters, they can't go the distance. They want to end it early. Do you feel like, oh, now it's my game, my fight as it gets later on in the rounds?
Yeah,
So
especially
you like
that fight.
excited for 6-round fights coming up?
Yeah, like I know like whether he comes in fine in the beginning, like I'm gonna break him down. Like by the
love that.
end
The
of that
confidence
fight,
is there.
like he's gonna feel it.
He's trying to leave a mark.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you gonna tell people how that fight was and how I
Yeah.
messed up your body or knocked your head off at some point.
Literally just
It's the
hurt
last 4
people.
rounders, so you got to go out with a bang.
You know, I feel like longer rounds, it's better for the viewer at the end of the day. Like, you always want a first round, second round knockout. You want to see that. But like when it gets further and further, it gets more technical.
Yeah.
And like to watch a fighter adjust in the ring and, figure out, oh, I got to counter here. I got to move my head a little bit. Like, to me, that's more of a show. That puts on more of a show.
Right.
Then when the later rounds come, I always like a 6th, 7th round knockout because you're kind of halfway through the fight,
Yeah.
and at least you got your money's worth out of it.
Yeah.
When you get a first, second round fight, I'll be like, oh, man,
He might have slipped up or something like that.
Yeah, not even that. It's like
So my next question was that from the interview, what I'm getting from you is you want to be a tactician, almost like you want to break them down to the point where I go, now you're gonna go down. I played enough with you.
Yeah.
It's almost like playing with your food in a sense. Like, all right, oh, the knee shook a little bit. Oh, now I'm ready. So that's what I'm getting off of you. Is like, I want to be the tactician. I want to go 6 to 7. And, okay, now it's time to go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm trying to like hurt people, like whether it's to the body, break them down, body, head, like just break them down, make them remember me, like not nothing quick.
Like,
That's
cool. I love that because you
I'm
need that
trying to
mentality.
hurt someone.
Yes.
Because I mean, if you think about it, in Virginia, that's how it was.
Yeah.
The dude got spaghetti legs, and you're like, I'm gonna keep going at him now. You want to stand up? Okay, you're gonna feel the hurt.
Literally.
So how does that go? Like, you see the leg kind of shake. Do you get too excited, or do you have to compose yourself when you get too excited?
I can answer that. He got too excited.
You did?
I did that one too. Yeah.
It
was like the third round. I'm like,
Ali shuffle going.
Oh yeah.
Wait, you know what? I got the footage of it. We're gonna cut it in. We're gonna show everybody a little shuffle footage.
Yeah,
that
he
fight was going down.
When I played football, I played middle linebacker, and there was one time I thought I was gonna kill this guy.
Mm-hmm.
The guy had him in the ankles, so I was like, I'm gonna take his whole head off.
Yeah.
And I closed my eyes, which they tell you not to do.
Yeah,
You're supposed to look at what you hit.
Mm-hmm.
The dude just dipped, and I went straight forward to the grass. The most embarrassing moment of my life. I'm thinking I'm gonna take this guy's head smooth off. No,
Yeah.
embarrassing. I got excited. Like I said, I got excited. Instead of doing the right thing and wrapping him and then hitting him, it would have looked dope. But no, I was just laying on the grass, just face first, Superman.
Yeah. Nah, it depends. Like that fight, I got excited, but then the fight before that in Atlantic City, it was kind of like the opposite. Like I would hit him, and I would hear him, like grunting, like as he would
like
move.
A man, like you hear him like, ooh,
like it's just like you feel
like
strong,
a little bit of a high, right?
That's why I wanted him to come out. I'm like, I know this is hurting you. You were moving before. You're about to stand right there, and I'm gonna just tee off on you.
Like a piñata.
Yeah.
That's fire, bro.
It's kind of evil, but nice at the same time.
Nah, you need that hunger.
You have to. As a fighter, you have to be there.
You have to. Because if not, I feel like once that starts to die out, that's why, like, if you ever get so big, don't let that, don't let the fame get to you, or don't let that hunger go away. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It never did with Mayweather. He's a gym rat. He's even now being retired, he's still at the gym.
Always.
So, I mean, August 19th, fight coming up. I'm going to be in the building. Ray said, you coming out?
I should be able to come out. I gotta find out from the ball and chain, but I should be able.
Right.
Ollie has an event that day, so he's not gonna be able to come out. I'm hoping Ray comes out because we're gonna get some.
19th, right?
Yeah, August 19th. Yeah. We're gonna get some video footage of after the fight. I'm calling the win right now, so we're gonna get some good win footage. Do you have anybody you want to shout out? Any cornermen, gym sponsors, future sponsors?
Future. Wink, wink.
Yeah, you guys, obviously, I'm thankful. First episode, like, I'm honored to be here.
Is this your first podcast?
Yeah, that first podcast, too. Like, first full sit-down thing.
First episode for us, first podcast for you.
Yeah, Boston, like, all my sparring partners we mentioned earlier, like, the people that are getting me ready, my gym, Strap City, my coach, like, everyone that just comes into the process, like, people that bought tickets, supporting me, like, all you guys are, like, mad close to my heart, because obviously I wouldn't be able to do this without anyone else. Yeah,
that's what's up,
man. I feel like you have to be grateful for your fans, because they're the ones that put you in that position. Not going off of topic, but there's an artist that said, like, I don't care about my fans and this and that. Ended up losing 200,000 followers.
Your fans will get you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, like, to you to say, like, oh, forget about my fans, like, I don't know them. In an aspect, you kind of do know them. They're the ones watching. Like, when you're done, you're looking into the crowd. You're seeing them watch you at the same time. So, like, you have to give them
your fans don't
their flowers
have to
as well.
You know what I mean? People don't have to support you. For the fact that they do, you should acknowledge them.
Right.
Acknowledgement is all they need. They don't want nothing else. They don't want nothing for free. They're just spending money.
Yeah. That, and just like your inner circle, like my girlfriend, bro, like, She's
That she has to be patient.
right, yeah.
Ride or die,
That's
ride or
a rider.
die.
Keep me in check when it comes to like food. Like I'm fat. Like I love eating. And she'll be the one that's like,
Me
nah,
too,
you
bro.
gotta, yeah,
Yeah, same here.
like making sure I'm working out.
But yeah, hopefully, 6 months, a year, 2 years,
Yeah.
the streak will be going. We'll have you back on here. Maybe you'll be fighting some of these pros in the next couple of years.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to ask you this before we close out officially. How many years or months or whatever do you think till you feel like you're gonna be like, that's gonna be the time I fight a pro? Like that's when I want to do it. In 2 years, I want to be able to fight a pro. 3 years,
Like a big name pro, like
yeah.
Hmm.
Like how much time? Because you obviously you still got to make your way up. You have 4 rounds now. You're going to 6 rounds.
Yeah.
You got to go what 8, 10,
Yeah.
and then 12. So what is your goal to be like? I'm 12 rounds, and now we're good for a big name.
So, short term right now, I'm still in school. So like I'm fighting as much as I can in school, but I got like a year until I graduate in 2024. Gotta take into account how many fights I get in that meantime. But then after that, I'm hoping like a year or two from when I graduate, like all the big things are coming, like the top promotion companies fighting for all these silver gold belts, so that I'm up in those rankings, and then try to fight for a title, just make history.
So
Yes, sir, that's the goal.
2027.
yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
give
we're
or take.
gonna follow the journey.
Facts.
I'll be out for August 19th. Like I said, I'll be out probably for every fight that's gonna be in the state, or at least a 6 to 8 hour drive. If I gotta fly, you never know.
Yeah.
But it was a pleasure having you on, talking about your
Thank you.
experiences
Yes, sir.
coming up from amateurs to now being a professional. Appreciate the
Oh, for sure.
first professional fight gloves
Yeah, first
by
first
first
for everything.
knockout.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I said, we'll have you on next time, man. Hopefully, it's gonna be bigger, better things,
definitely.
and we're gonna talk about sponsorship soon.
For sure.
I'm your boy Big Dave. This is an episode of Unsolicited Role Models,
It's your boy Ali.
and special guest,
Gabriel Gerena.
podcast Ho,
Podcast over.
and we'll see you guys. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time on the next episode.